Oh, goodness gracious. Howdy, folks, howdy. Sean Brock here with you. Hope you're staying cool and dry or hot and wet, whatever. Hope you're doing good. Good shape. We got a real good treat today from the Luthier Baron of Bristol, Tennessee. Old buddy of mine that I've known now for 20-something years, Mr. Ray Dearstone, has sent us a guitar that he has been hoarding away for himself, that he built back in 1997, and he's finally decided, if worse come to worse, he guessed he could probably just live without it, and he's put it up for sale. And if you're interested in it, see the description box. You can contact Mr. Ray Dearstone. Dearstone.com is his website, and you might know Ray a little more for his mandolin building. For years of my professional life, especially during the years when I actually played mandolin for a living, I did so on a Dearstone. Ray developed such a following that his guitar making kind of was a little sparser, I guess, than maybe us guitar players wanted it to be, because he was so backlogged with mandolins. But this instrument here is an 18 style, similar to the one that Ray had built for Tim Stafford of Blue Highway. This very one here, Stephen Mogen, who plays guitar with Sam Bush, Stephen used this guitar for a while Ray was building one for Stephen. Jamie Clifton, over there, the Special Consensus Special C. Jamie used this guitar for very, very many months, maybe even a year, Ray said, on stage while he was waiting for an instrument. Barry Barrier of the Lost and Found. So this is kind of Ray's his own deal, you know, and it's if you don't know Ray Dearstone, I've rattled off good names, so you can see what kind of company he keeps. Folks that are better company than myself, I can tell you that. And you can see that description box. This is very reasonably priced. Ray told me he was going to ask about $3,500 for it, and you know, that's for a hand-built D18, and if it was good enough for those guys, then surely it's good enough for me and you, I would say. But we'll run her through her paces. We'll talk about the specs here in just a few minutes, a little bit more. But let's take a listen to this Dearstone D18 style, 1997. You know, this is the first guitar playing I've done today. Had to get hay for the cows. It was already 90 degrees early this morning. Check out the balance there. Hear that bass. Oh, buddy. if you like a discerning tone, I realize that there's some people out there that don't really care about the tone. They're all concerned with the volume. You know, that's it. If it's loud, man, it's that's what I want, as long as it's loud. So if you consider yourself a connoisseur of tone, you like good quality mahogany tone, then I think you know what you're listening to. And if you're just concerned yourself with volume, I guess if you buy the guitar, the tone comes along with it as a plus. It's plenty ample loud guitar as well. Oh man, jeez. Let's hear with the Capo on. I haven't put the Capo on. FedEx just brought this to me just a little while ago. Listen to the subtlety in that. Really nice, man. Really good recording guitar. Some years ago, when I was still living in Las Vegas, I got hired. There were some folks recording at Randall Deaton's Lonesome Day studio doing a film project, and I got hired to be the fellow who mixed it and helped play several parts on the soundtrack. And I needed to bring some nylon string guitars with me, and Randall there at the studio, he had and has a Dearstone guitar. He also has a Santa Cruz that belonged to Richard Bennett, really good Santa Cruz. And in arranging my travel, I called Randall up and I said, "Hey, listen, I'm just going to leave my guitar at home. I want to bring these nylon string guitars and this other stuff. But as long as your Dearstone's there and it's okay if I play it, I'm just going to leave my steel string at home. I'll bring strings." And so that was a guitar. That's the kind of faith and confidence and impression that Ray Dearstone's instruments have left on me over the years, because that was the first time that I can ever remember going for a session and not taking my own guitar. And most of the record I was playing steel string guitar on, but that's how much I thought of that guitar. And I remember I used it on every cut. And Randall's, he still got it. He held right in there on it. B flat. Really smooth, isn't it? goofiness. You know me. Really smooth. Smooth. Let's take her on up to the old bluegrass key here. B for Bristol, Tennessee, the birthplace of country music and the home of Ray Dearstone. And since Tim Stafford owned one, do you hear it? Do you hear how expressive it is? Everybody knows I like D18, so I don't have to hash that out again, do I? There's a lot of guitars come through here, and you know how I like D18s. Let's see what she got at the 5th fret here. Check out the tone colors on this bad specimen. Listen to what a change you got. Really expressive. Of course, it's had, it's been played a bunch by some people who know how to play the guitar, and then whatever playing I've done here. Okay, well, the specs. Ray feels this is most likely Sitka on the top. He got this top way back in the 70s, and he didn't build with it till 97. It's pretty stiff stuff, and it's got the trebles. I'm interrupting my specs here. It's got the treble. That sounds like aged. By aged, I don't mean torrified. I mean old Sitka. And there's some silking in there. Good looking top. Long, old style saddle, and you can see he's got her compensated there. Real nice. There is enough saddle in here. The action is, I would just call it medium. I didn't measure it. But there is enough saddle in here to bring it down some. Mahogany, back and sides, of course. Good looking stuff there. And like I say, she's been humming and drumming and picking a tune since 1997. In the hands of some great players, and real good looking craftsmanship. You know, Ray is a very, very good craftsman. Neck is mahogany. This does have truss rod in it. Neck is mahogany. And you know, I guess Ray envisioned the low oval before Martin did, I'm going to say, because this is 1997. And this is a little bit thicker than a low oval. A little bit, which I like. This is not a 37 style neck. You know, the large neck. It is not that at all. But it's barely a shade thicker and rounder. It leans a little bit more C than oval. But you know, the shoulders are nice and rounded over. Everything fits in your hand very well. Martin tuners closed back. And there's the peg head. Guitar does have a truss rod. It's a nitrocellulose finish on it. Strap button installed. And another thing of this guitar, it has a 0 fret. You might see it there, which is cool. You know, I don't know. I guess tradition has kept some people from incorporating more of the 0 fret into what we would call a Martin style build. But I've had some guitars with a 0 fret on it, and I thought it was a real asset. But Ray told me to make sure and tell people that he could just convert this over to the traditional nut setup if you so desired. If you would rather have that than the 0 fret, if you don't want to take advantage of what the 0 fret has to offer. And to me, something I told him, he said, "How do you feel about a 0 fret?" And I said, "Well, I like them." And one of the reasons why is, you know, and I mean, come on, y'all see what I own and stuff. I mean, it's not a big deal, but the tone, I have seen a lot of cases where, you know, there would be calcium deposit or just some sort of crystalline type spot in bone where you'll get a string that'll get kind of chingy on you. And I've noticed it happens a lot with the B and E strings. With the 0 fret, it sort of helps to alleviate that, in my opinion. I'm not saying that if you don't own a guitar with a 0 fret, then you got junk or something like that. It's not that at all. But to me, one of the assets consistency of tone. even with the open strings, very consistent. It's the open note sounds exactly like the fretted. And if you've played a lot of guitars, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Especially, seems like more often on the B string, it'll kind of holler at you, open, and then you fret it and you get a decent tone. And you don't have that with the 0 fret. That's a good thing. He's got the little space that I like over here on the edge of the fingerboard to keep you from knocking the treble E off the edge. Very nice. I like it when people do that. And guitars it's in better condition. It's put less bumps, bruises, and scrapes on it than I've put on myself in the last 25 years, but it's in real good condition. It is a dovetail neck. Later on, he went with a bolt-on type system, but this is a dovetail neck. He did do a process where he, on his dovetails, where he also had put a screw in there when he was setting the neck. And he told me, he said, well, the neck hasn't moved since I built it in 97. So, and I believe that. It's a real well-built machine. And if you're interested in it, see the description box and contact Ray. You can visit his website. We'll have his Facebook on there. You can link up and become friends with him and see what all he's building and working with and what all he's selling. And you can message him on there, or you can email him or call him through his website and get in touch with him, and he'll put this thing right in your home. $3,500 for a luthier hand-built instrument. Like I said, played by Jamie Clifton of Special C and Barry Barrier back in the days of the Lost and Found. Just a myriad of guys. Stephen Mogen, and other people that have own or have owned Ray's instruments. Sean Lane and Blue Highway. Sean's owned a few, and Jason Burleson and Blue Highway. And I already mentioned Tim Stafford, Blue Highway. Oh goodness, man! Danny Roberts of Gibson fame, and all of the bands that Danny has been in over the years, and just a lot of folks, a lot of good company. You can exclude me from the good part and just call me company, but a lot of folks who know quality have bought instruments made by Ray Dearstone, and I think that if you give this a chance, I'd say that you'll probably want to keep it. Alrighty, folks, please subscribe if you haven't done so, and I appreciate it. We'll see you down the road.